Right now, well, right now I'm 39. I'm 39. This is the last time I'm going to be in my 30s for the rest of my life. It's 11:45 on January the 7th, 2026. Tomorrow, in 15 minutes, I'm going to be 40. 40. I can't believe it. Where does the time go? You know, 1 minute you're riding your bike up and down the driveway. You're playing with your sister, running around the backyard. You're opening Christmas presents under the Christmas tree with mum and dad, thinking that Santa's come, and you know, you're like 5, 6 years old. You're waking up and going to school. You know, you're in wonder of everything. You're still learning the world. Everything's like a experience, and time goes so slow because everything's novel. You know, waiting for Christmas seems to take forever. It takes forever because, you know, you've only had like 5 or 10 or 12. And now it's like we've done these things so many times. The time just flies. It's like it's not novel anymore. It's not new. It's like, yeah, we've done that. Even though you love it, time just seems to fly because your brain gets used to repetition. It's programmed to learn things and then store them in your memory so it's not novel anymore. Whereas when you're a kid, you know, everything's novel for a long time. You know, when I was going from my 20s into my 30s, oh man, I was so devastated. I was like, oh, I'm in my 20s, I'm 28, oh, I'm 29, I'm going to be 30 tomorrow, far out. Like, my youth is gone, and then now I'm nearly through my 30s, and I'm into the 40s, and I'm like, geez, the 30s were okay. You know, the 20s, you're sort of still a boy. The 30s, you're a man. But the 40s, it's like, geez, you're halfway through life. Assuming you live to 80, of course, a lot of people don't. But assuming you live to 80, it's, you know, that's half your life gone. It just goes so fast. Honestly, it feels like a blur. All these milestones that you don't think are ever going to come. You know, first it was double digits and you're 10 and it's a big deal. Oh, you're 2 digits now, you know, you're a big boy. Then there's the teenage phase. You're a teenager, now I'm 13. And you're like, wow, I can't believe it. You're in such a hurry to grow up. You just want to be an adult so you can do adult things. You want to drive and you want to be able to eat chocolate when you want to eat chocolate. You want to be able to do all these things, and you think that when I'm an adult, I'll be able to do these things. And you're so frustrated because you think, I'm a kid and I can't do these things. But when I'm older, I can play the games I want. I can go to bed when I want. I can do this. And then you become 18 and you're an adult. And you're like, wow, here it is. And then you hit your 20s. And then before you know it, just like a steam train, it just powers on by and you don't even notice it. And your 30s and now 40, and it's like, far out. Where did it go? I hate getting older. I know people say get all gracefully and do this and do that, but I don't like it. I wish I could stay young, and I think anyone that says that they wouldn't like to be able to stay young is there's an element of dishonesty in there. Even if they have come to terms with the inevitable fact that they are going to get older and that there's nothing they can do about it, it doesn't mean that there isn't an element of them, no matter how small, that wishes they could go back to being a kid, or wishes that they could go back to their 20s, or would love to be able to have another chance at life, or would just for a week love to go and relive the memories with family members who aren't around anymore, or loved ones that have passed and things like that. Like, there's no one out there you're going to find that wouldn't want to go back in some capacity to a younger version of themselves. And everyone that tells you otherwise is full of shit, you know. But I'm open about it. I'm straight up. I don't like getting older. I know it's inevitable. I know there's nothing I can do about it. And I know that it's, you know, the march of time stops for nobody. But I don't have to like it. I don't have to enjoy it. Why do I have to enjoy it? I go to the dentist because I know it's good for my teeth. I don't like going to the dentist. I go to the doctors when I know something's wrong with me. It doesn't mean I want to go to the doctors or I enjoy it. It is what it is. And I think that's the same thing with aging. I don't want to get older. I know there's nothing I can do about it. It has to be done. But I try to hold on to my youth mentally as long as I can. By that I mean always trying to stop and trying my best to find wonderment in things, find wonder in things. Still be amazed. Still look out the car window when there's a sun setting and just look at it, even for just a few seconds, and be like, wow, look how nice that is, look how beautiful that is. You know, you see a nice flower, smell it. You know, I see a beautiful moment or something cute or something wholesome. You know, you see a little puppy, you look at it and you give it a pat. You know, the little things in life, these little sequence of events, these series of events that seemingly appear meaningless on the surface, that just transpire in our daily lives that we've become accustomed to. Just walking down the street, passing dogs, passing people, just strolling along, and the world's going on around you and you don't even notice it anymore. You're on a mission. You go into the shop and that's it. And your mind's thinking about what you got to do later, and you're checking your phone for the messages for the dinner that you planned on Friday night, seeing who's coming, and then, you know, you're looking for your next car that you need to buy because you just sold one. And the world's just passing you by, and you're just in your own little world with your own little worries and your own little problems and your own little thoughts and little hopes and little dreams, and they all just exist in your head. You know? They don't exist anywhere else but in your head. And we live and we carry on in these little worlds, these little imaginary worlds that we create for ourselves. And sometimes we just get so fixated in them, so locked into them, and so consumed by our patterns and our hobbies and our routines that we just miss the world around us. We miss what's actually happening in the world because we become so consumed with what's happening only in our lives, you know? So I guess I try to do that. I try to stop so many times, like countless times a day I do it. Countless times a day. Every little thing that I sense any form of wonder in, or awe, or gladness or happiness or beauty in, I always try to stop, even if it's so briefly, just to appreciate it, just for a moment. And people that know me will verify that. Because these are the seemingly insignificant moments in our lives that compile, and we just let them pass by, and they just pile up, and they all just pass by just like trash. We just filter them in and just spit them out. But these are the moments that form the bulk of our lives. You know? That is the majority of our lives, these seemingly insignificant moments. Like, most of your life isn't the drive to work that takes you half an hour to get there. You know, most of your life isn't, you know, the 2-hour dinner you have with your mum and dad. You know, the majority of your life isn't that 1.5 hour movie that you just watched. You know, it's all the bits in between. That's the bulk. That's what makes it all up. And if you don't appreciate that, if you don't recognize that and try to notice that as well, then there's a large part of your life that you're missing out on. Like, there's a massive chunk of your life. There's like 50% of your life that is just passing you by. If you only assign value to the things that seem to be important only to you. And it's so easy to do. Like, it's so easy to just get caught up in our phones and TV and what I got to do today and what I got to do tomorrow. And our minds are fixated on all these points. But I just hope as I get older, about another minute or two, I just hope that as I get older, I continue to find wonder in things. I hope that I still take time to appreciate the little things and my loved ones and everyone that's important to me. All the little moments. I hope it doesn't go by too fast. I hope that I get to enjoy it. Maybe one day just look back and, you know, be happy with the life I lived. And so I move into a new decade. Right now I'm in my 30s. I'm 39. I'm 39. And this is the last time I'm going to be able to say this for the rest of my life. Forever. I can never say that again. See, even that in itself means so much to me. Because it's so finite. It's so definitive. Like, it's the end of something that you're never going to get back. And I assign a lot of value to those things. People just see it as another day, or it's just another, you know, oh, whatever, don't worry about it, it'll be great, it'll be fine. And it's like, well, no, I mean, this is a milestone, this is important to me. And I'm not so quick to dismiss these moments as though they're nothing, because they're not nothing. We only have so many milestones in our life. And once we get to the last one, that's it. It's over. So they do matter. They do mean something. They are important. Because we've only got so many of them. Well, about 30 seconds left. I'm in my 30s at the moment. I'm in my 30s. I'm only in my 30s. It's alright. Don't worry. The 30s have been good. The 30s have been very good to me. Time to get fitter, stronger, and healthier in my 40s. And here they are. Bang. I'm now 40 years old. I'm in my 40s. Officially. I'm in my 40s now. And I will never say that I'm in my 30s again. So that's it. A new chapter begins, a new decade begins, a new section of life, a new milestone, a new beginning. Just have to make it as fantastic and wonderful as I can. Take the opportunities. Don't dwell on the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Be sure of who you are. Have integrity. Have morals. Don't bend them for anybody. Have an opinion. Have your own thoughts. Continue to have my own beliefs. And be my own man. And charge into the 40s. Well, that's it from me. You've seen the transition from 30s to 40s. My thoughts around it, my thoughts on it, how I feel about it. Take a moment now to relax and just sit here for a while before I pick myself up, chuck on me boots, zip them up, and step out once more and soldier on. To another decade.